Okay, I think 13 and 14. But 14, this one is the SBA revision, right? Right?
Yes, sir.
The practical 14 look like SBA revision we have done before, not look like exactly the same, right?
Oh.
How many RAM, show version. Will I show you this one? Show version. This command. Anyone? Noel?
Oh, yeah.
Huh?
What's that?
So the practical 14 we have done before, right? It's a revision, during revision, and also early stage, right?
Maybe.
I cannot hear. Maybe my speaker. I think my headset.
Maybe.
Okay lah. Maybe then since we have time, we can do it again, huh? If we have time, we'll do it again. So no problem. We start with the practical 13, huh? The practical 13 actually is practical 13. So practical 13 basic is the chapter 10, huh? Chapter 10. Okay, and actually this is simulation, so all the setting will be very easy. So this can be done. I think both of it can be done in 40 minutes. So I start the recording. For knowledge, very important for further, if you want to further study about the networking and also how the concept. But a lot of things already covered. DHCP, I said, it's the one that random generalists use some IP address, but you need to specify the network address and specify the range. Later, when the practical, you'll see that. DNS is the one that translates all the name you type in your browser into IP. Anyhow, the real address is IP, not the name. And also, the web server you enable, what is the difference between HTTP and HTTPS, one with encryption, one without. And you normally enable both, but if you only enable one, that means they can only use one of it. Then how to set up the email and what is the username, what is the account name, what is the domain name. That's teach in the email. So these two actually using the same layout, but the setting is different. Because in the 10.2.17 they have done some NAT setting, which is out of the syllabus. And the 10.2.27 they forget to set the DNS, so you need to set it because they want to teach you how to set the DNS. But during the simulator, look very simple, and that's why when you open the file, they have a disclaimer that say the real situation may be different every time. Yeah, the real situation may be different every time. Sometimes due to security reason, they purposely make the setting is different. But you just need to get the idea. You get the idea already. Then even they change the way, the idea is still same, because I don't think they will purposely make something to make them trouble. Remember, ISR in IT is built as a support to help our work getting better and better, our job getting easier and easier. Not we add something that make our things tougher. So all the necessary thing must be there. And how they interpret the necessary thing, right, is different. The different way to approach it, different user interface, different way, different sequence of getting the thing. But if you understand the underlying concept, I think all of them can be solved easily. So the knowledge is important. And this one is nothing to, I don't think it's anything to do with the exam anymore. But it's still very important because parents might come to discuss not only for exam. Exam very important, don't feel. But not only for exam, because more towards for knowledge. And actually why we put exam actually just to catch your, to know how much you absorb those knowledge. Because it still is the best way. And as usual, okay, this time I think I don't put the name and email. Nothing to do. You already passed the exam already, unless you go for make good test. And if you go for make good test, then please remember to put your name and email. I foresee definitely got someone don't put name and email and get 0 mark on the packet tracer taxi. It's normal, human. Nothing to say. So but if you have made good test, but now I assume everyone passed already. So this one don't need. Okay. So this is the first one. This is the first one. Then we just follow the sequence. And here it's very obvious this is made an email. Then we set up the web and email. Okay, I start the recording. I start the recording. Where is the recording? Minimize, record, begin. Slow on today. The recording is very, very slow. Not yet start. Can you hear me, Kelly? Jajan? You can hear me or not, Jajan?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So okay, then we follow what they want us to do. But you need to know what objective is there. Why we need to do so. We want to configure web service. We want to configure email address. This is simulation. Everything is simplified version. And that's why they say they only simulate the process. Web and email software package difference company they have our own unique installation. They put a disclaimer there, afraid that you go out and say, hey, what's the difference? But the concept is the same. The concept is the same. So very simple. We have two servers there, and actually the server in real life can be a normal PC. Just whether your computer can withstand it or not. Bombarded by a few thousand or a few million of clients, and after that need to open 24 hours. But in Packet Tracer, this one cannot have. You see, they don't have a service one. They cannot program for DHCP. But the real one, you can use a PC to program for DHCP. If you want to set it. We also can use router to program the DHCP. Not here is not in the service. Okay. But here our DHCP, our HTTP, web server. That's mean all the things you store in your web, the website store in this server, so that people can approach to it. And email also, they can be email server. They also can be DHCP server. If you look at a lot of HTTP server, DHCP server, file even AAA server, the authentication, authorization, and accounting server, the one that NTP server, time server. Email server, FTP server, IoT, this VM management, the hypervisor, which radius server, DNS server, everything is here. You can configure. And now we only for this Packet Tracer, we only focus on two HTTP and the HTTPS. They actually got different one. One is with encryption, the HTTPS. That's why if you go for the website, you see a log sign for Google Chrome. The other is different sign. Log sign means HTTPS. Then HTTPS, I see it's HTTPS. But if you have a log sign, it's normal HTTP. So normally it require you to log in with password. Normally have HTTPS. But normally because I declared a website before that have password, but it's HTTP. Then everything is not encrypted. Then if you use Packet Tracer to trace, you see all the password. I can see. Okay. So we continue with the Packet Tracer. We continue with the Packet Tracer. Then we follow the thing. Central service. They want HTTP. Okay. They want you to open both. Normally we open both one. But we can try. If we cannot open both later, we will try. If you open HTTP only, then we only can be HTTP. If you open HTTPS only, then can be HTTPS. Then we go to branch server, also the same. We go to the service, we go to HTTP on it, both of it on it. And actually, the website here you can edit one. It's HTML. I just add something there ready to understand. I add my name there. Then we later remember to save after that back to the file manager. Okay. Then you see the difference. You see my name there. This is branch server. I only change the HTML of branch server. Then you just verify whether you can access to it or not. You go to PC3, go to normal web server. Then you just type the ID, either IP or either the name. But remember the name, you need to make sure you have set in the DNS server. But in here, it's already set in the DNS server. So that means both can 10.10.10.2. Don't do something wrong. I go to here already. Central server. How I know the service actually go to desktop? This is the server IP address. Okay. This is the server IP address. So after that, they have another name. They have another name, central server.pka. This one is the one that's set in the Google DNS. Not Google DNS server, not necessarily Google DNS. Then make a habit, always close up and open the browser lah, so that you don't confuse yourself whether they change or not. I go there. Okay, I go here also, because I have a DNS server set already. Then actually I should go for the branch one, the branch actually branch server, but you look at the address is different, but this is internal, you know what, this is class B internal address. So you know that they involve network address translation and they have a public address outside, which is out of scope of this subject. So you just know that. And that's why they use the public address. They use the public address. That's 64, 100, 201. Then okay, then in the PC3 same using the same browser. Then I just paste inside here. I can access the branch server. You see, I add something in the, I added something in the HTML. I added something in the HTML, and it show up. Yeah, it show up. It show up the edit. Okay. Then actually they are the real website like you can back copyright. The copyright without back one, but you can use back here. This is the brochure. Then after that, I can also use what I said this as a name, and then name the same as the Google.com those things. So I will close it, open again. Okay, so I paste the name. Okay, we reach there. Can I speed up the thing? I need to speed up the thing. Seems like a big problem. Okay, reach here, and notice this is HTTP. Okay, so I can go there. So they're asking what's the protocol translating this name into IP address, is the DNS domain name service protocol. So just very simple the DNS server there. Okay. After that I will show something extra. You see, I now have 12 marks here. Something extra is because of the website actually support both HTTP and HTTPS. So what if I close the HTTPS in the service? I close the HTTP. I close the HTTP in the server. I go to PC3. I go to web browser. Then after that, I put 10.10.10.2. Normally he will automatic one, but I close HTTP just now. So I speed up the thing. They will say request timeout, but I did not close HTTPS. So that means they have HTTPS. So they say excuse going. So they got slightly different one. Okay, this is just to show you only. You see marks reviews already. Better put it back. I better put it on. Okay, so this is just simple the HTTP. Then we go for the email. We'll go to a bit complicated already. The setting is still the same. We consider the server as an email server. Then remember on SMTP is for send, POP is for receive. Okay. So what is the domain name? What is the domain name? The domain name is defined by yourself. You can put anything one. If you look at your email domain name is student. What is your domain name? Wait a while. I should go for the intranet to take a look on your email. Look at your email, real email. So go for the real email attendance. Then what? Oh, okay. No, what? Okay, the email. Let's go for the email. You look at the email, you will notice that your email is this one. This one. Okay, I paste in the notepad and see. So I paste in the notepad. Pay attention here. So this is actually your username. This is your okay, the whole thing. I use Ctrl+C better. This is your username. This one, password you know. Then actually this is the domain name. So this is the thing. Later I will show you after I give 100% marks. I finish all the thing. I can show you the how I use this email. I will use this email. Let's keep this here first. You know this already. Then we'll go back to the packet tracer and go back to the step. So what they want us to do. The central service, what is the domain name? You just follow them. Central.pka, this is the domain name. Remember to press set. You don't press set. Cannot one. I have done wrongly without pressing the set. Then after that, they have a central user. For me, the central user is the username. I remember email is not case sensitive, so big small also the same. But anyhow, we can try. We can try Cisco. Password is Cisco. Okay. So it seems it's not case sensitive. Actually, I can put it. I try it. You see that? You see the same? Looks like case sensitive. Shall I change it? If I plus another one, user already exists. So it's not case sensitive. It's not case sensitive. Because if I'm not mistaken, remember email is not case sensitive. Okay. Okay, and then after that we go for the we will know whether this is correct or not. Then later we go for the branch server. We go for the branch server. Then service also. Email. The domain one we can use branch server.pka. Branch server.pka. Okay. Remember to put the there set. Okay. On. Receive. Set. Okay. Then the username will be branch user. Then the password will be Cisco. Password will be Cisco. Plug in. Okay, you have 48 marks there. Immediately jump so high. Okay. So now you need to configure the PC3 to the account there. You go to this one. Now no service already. Go to the email. You set your name. Anything that you want to put your name. Anything also can. But you follow here because here for marks one. Actually, you can put anything. Email address. You see, username at the domain. Username at the domain. It's the same. That the username that you put in. Then incoming mail server is that one. Is that server because your POP and also SMTP is the same one. So your incoming and receiving is outgoing is the same. Outgoing is the same. Then username is the one. Password is Cisco. Password is Cisco. Okay. Then after that I save it. I save it already. So you better click receive. They say request mail success. Then that's in done already. Ready. But after that, I also need to go to the sales computer and I set up the email. Just like you're setting your phone, your handphone have one thing called email and set up this thing. But normally name you can put anything one. It's up to you your name. But the email address, incoming server, everything is already. You must follow or else you did not log into that account. Okay, runs user. Then the email server. We are using internal one. Why? Because you see your sales and your branch server is in the same LAN. And this means use internal one. Should be correct. If you're outside, try to reach the branch server, you need to use the public one, the 64 dot something. 64 dot something, but you're inside, use the internal one. So no issue. So we will continue with the incoming server. So they use the internal one. So we paste them the internal one. Internal one. Okay. Then the username will be branch user. And after that, Cisco. Cisco. Okay, I save also. Okay, I just receive successfully. Then the completion is should be 100%, but now it's 96%. So most probably, I think it's happening on the username setting there. Okay, username setting there. But I don't change it first. I don't change it first because I want to see whether they are case sensitive or not. If they are case sensitive, I can remove and change. Then let's go for the email. Then I will use the because a simulation is simulation. Sometimes they did not reflect 100% the real one. So I use the from the central user. No, later. I think I will use the self to send to central user a bit. Compose. Then I should have a central. Wait. What is the email? Central user. I put a big R there, but now I'm using small r. I want to see whether I will reach there or not. I will reach there or not. So success, you can put anything. Okay, I just want to send. And success. Okay, no problem. So I want to see whether the email at PC3 did they receive my email. Receive. So you notice that the case is not important. Receive. Then actually I can reply to them. Then okay. Then I go to sales to verify that whether I received the reply or not. Yeah, if this is the real email, the same email you do it. Then due to we wanna get a full marks, I gonna change the
user account, because I look at the PC3 when I set up the email for the setting, right? I still use small r here. So actually they are no different, but anyhow, for the sake of the marks, so I don't know. Is it this result? This reason? I think it's this reason, but anyhow, I remove this one. I change back to small r. I plus in. Okay, I have 100 marks. They have no different, but the practical is like that. It's still a simulation, not a full one. Okay, so done already. They asked me to from central to sales. I use sales to central also can. But I want to add something extra. I want to add something extra. Let's say I will want to create another. I want to create another email. Can I add an email server? No, I don't want. Later they will become problem. Can I change the email? Now I don't care about the marks already. I want to change the one that looks like our. Let me send a message to you. So the domain name I want is actually taci.edu. My one of the domain set. Then the user is not center user. The user, I think it's my email. I use my email. You. Password I put Cisco also. I don't care. I don't let you know my real password. Okay, I have a domain of taci.edu.my. And after that, at the central server, at the branch server, the email server, I want to use this one. The username is this one. Okay, I want to use this one. Username and password also Cisco lah. I won't ask your password. So branch user delete. Then this one is actually student taci.edu.my. taci.edu.my. Okay, set. Okay, done. But can we send now? No, I tell you no. They actually cannot send now. If I send now, actually, if I send it now, or actually this is TACKW. Then after that, the email address will be the same as the real email address. Okay, and the username will be done. Okay, your password is the same. Okay, save. Okay, receive. The receive mail sales success because only when you send out more success only. Okay, then we go not this one. It's in the sales there. Sales there, I will configure the mail. Not branch user. What is the username already? But your name doesn't matter. Your name is anything. What is the name? This is who's the okay, common. Okay, I put a common there. Name, it doesn't matter. But email address is the one same as this one, the full one. The full one. I'll still the same. Username will be this one. It's the same. Then after that, I click receive. Yeah, receive, sure receive because it's local. But when you send out mail, you will see something very bad. Let's go me. Okay, I'll compose to common full email. I did a full email. Common full email. Then the subject also the same. You see the simple send. Then I just send success. Okay, yeah, send success because it go to mail server. But after that, they will forward to branch server or not. We speed up. And after that, you will notice that. Can I speed up? You see, okay, I have a new delivery subsystem. I think you know that delivery status notification. Your domain name not found. Why your DNS server is not set for that? Your DNS server is not set for that. So they cannot fail to deliver. So where is the DNS server? Let's go for this desktop DNS server. 64.100.8.8. Where is that? 64. I cannot go in. Normally the server is the internet there. Go to internet. This one, famous DNS. So DNS. So we go to service, go to DNS. You see the domain of TACI and student TACI is not there. TACI. Then I add the domain there. I add the domain there. taci.edu.my. What is the address? 10.10.10.2. Add already. Then after that, I have a student.taci.edu.my. The address is this one 64.100. No, 64, 100, 201. Send as branch. 64, 100. You need to use public one. Cannot use the local one. Okay, I end already. So I go back to my okay. I go back to my PC3. Mail deliver is here. Let's compose again the same thing. Send. Then after that speed up the thing. Receive nothing nothing. But I see whether Carmen here receive my thing or not. Receive. Yeah, receive my thing already. You receive from this email. So you know now what is domain. Domain is the back one. The add is automatic add one. And your email will be this one, and your domain is student.task. Then we have two domains on this side. But I don't know whether TileC one is subdomain or main domain. Because domain can further sub down one. So this is something extra which I already put in the video. I already put in the video. That one is some temporary store there one. Where do you see? Where do you saw it?
At the server.
Normally, see, this one is temporary storage because at the server there. Email, right? No, DNS. Sure? No, normally empty one. The one, this one, normally the cache is they are not DNS, they get from DNS, they store temporarily. They will come up with something called non-authoritative answer, those things. In the real one, you go to real one, NS look up, google.com. And then if you are DNS cache, right? Cache, they will give you this one. This is the DNS cache. It's not the real one. It's temporary. You already get the answer, but when we ask about it, you don't get from it again. You just load from your PC. Then maybe outdated or maybe outdated. So this one is the DNS cache. Okay. So far, any problem? Looks simple only, and the whole process is 22 minutes, 24 minutes only, including all the playing around. Notice that I even play around. I did this now is 68 marks because I don't care about the marks as long as you get it. You can set up all this domain thing. But please, in real life, you cannot go in and change the DNS server one. Most probably you need to pour out some money and buy the domain name so that the DNS server will work for you. But if you just want to use internally, you want to get an email that only your home can use, then easy. But work out internet, you need the big DNS server pay them to register all the domain, including the IANA. And actually, it's reflect here, it's right here. It's right here. No, not here. The next practical, because the next practical will tell you you cannot change the DNS server one. We assume you are a super user. You can change the DNS server. It's a very big issue. So far, any problem? Any problem?
Sir, can check in the chat.
Yeah, yes, the username also not case sensitive. Because actually you can use using it's the real one. You see, I compose my mail. You see my email is small one. I compose my mail. I can call to my one. Yeah, this is big small. If they are case sensitive, they won't reach me. This is the real email, please. Yeah, you see, is it different? Different big small. You see that, right? No, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but automatic they come up with my name already. Yeah. So I send in some rubbish to me. I already have 3,000 email not read, and I'm adding my email to be. Okay, I said. Then I will refresh. You see that? Is it? No, right? They still don't care. They automatic change the small one.
No. Okay.
This is real one, right? This is real one. I better delete this one already. I don't want to make myself suffer. So in the real world, username not sales campaign. We just try it, right? Okay. Any others? Good. Thanks for asking question. You make the class not so boring. You all very boring. Any question? Or Pechi? Okay, or not Pechi?
Still good, sir.
Okay. If still good, I give 2 minutes break. 2 minutes only. Then we go for the next practical. So it's 92636. 936. So we go for the next one. We talk about DNS and DHCP. Also very easy. The DHCP actually you can set at your house modem. And they will give the interface of house modem later. Okay, I hope everyone is back. Do I have all 24? 19 plus 3, 24. Do I have all 24? No. One person is missing because OL is double one. Who is the one missing? Peng San a bit, right? Farah is here. Kelvin is here. Noel also here. So I mark the attendance first. Mark the attendance first before I start the thing. Abba all here. Okay, good. Carmen, are you here, Carmen?
Yes, sir.
Cassandra? Cassandra normally. Cassandra? Chai? Chai Han?
Yes,
Because I afraid that I DC already. I talk to myself already. Okay. Cassandra not here. Cassandra sleep already. So Chan Chai. Hello. Oh, can hear me?
Yes,
Okay. Afraid that already. Chan Wei Ho.
Yes.
Cassandra. Okay. So Chu Hong Yin.
Yes.
Okay. Chao Ming Xuan.
yes,
Ko Yin Sing.
Yes, sir.
Ko Yin Sing. Okay. Okay. Lai Cheng Yi. Ling is the one that always
Yes.
here. Ling here or not? Ling,
Yes, sir.
You late for exam, I remember that. Is it okay at the exam?
Yes, okay. Still okay.
So expert, okay, good. Lai Cheng Yi. Lai Cheng Yi is Lai Cheng Yi is not here. Okay. So Nathaniel?
Yes, sir.
Pan?
Yes, sir.
Ryan?
Yes, sir.
Tan Jiajun?
Yes.
T Ken Yen,
Yes.
Tu Ken Hao,
Yes.
Hong Kong,
Yes.
Yap Eng Xiong.
Yes.
Okay, okay. So okay. Do Michelle give you any tips on the final exam? Right? Got any tips?
Not that I know of yet.
Oh yeah, not yet. Never mind, never mind. Okay, so we will go for the next practical. You see, I already waste some time already. 3 minutes here. So I start the recording. I tell you this one very fast only, but I don't know. Every time also very fast only. Whether you all do yourself can do or not, I'm not quite sure. But actually very simple and very good for understanding. This one I think even easier because just now I also show you how to key the DNS already. They just repeat only. If we are following step. Then the DHCP is actually your router modem. If you have password, if you have password, too bad I don't have password. I don't have password for my router modem. I don't have. If you have, you log in inside, you can set the thing just like the packet tracer, and that was the real one. If you really understand what I'm teaching, because or else you set already halfway, then you set something wrong, you will have problem. And actually, I can block someone using MAC address. That means I have Wi-Fi, but if you are using certain device, because MAC address stick with the device, right, then you definitely cannot connect to my Wi-Fi. Doesn't care. Normally, I do this to my neighbor because I have a last time I Wi-Fi modem. I rent a house, a Wi-Fi modem. Then after that, my password I set very easy one. That very easy to get hacked. Then hack already, they use my Wi-Fi. Don't need to pay the bad neighbor. So I noticed it's him already. I based on the MAC address, I block all of their house MAC address. So they have the password. They can connect to my internet, but they cannot. They cannot go to internet at all. It's stuck there already. So I think I show you some tools about this thing. You can know all the device in your house you see IP. Even device name also know what Huawei P20 MAC address is here. Then the NIC card is fabricated by which company. Huawei also have, Intel also have. ZTD is my modem, 90 around computer. And this is the user posting. First detect on, last detect on, detection count active. See that this one, I think I post in here already, right? I think I post here already. I post this one already. And you go inside, please download the zip file one because I don't want to install they add a lot of rubbish inside your registrar. Use the zip file one. Where is the zip file one? Zip file one. Then you open the zip file one, you download already. Then readme maybe I don't know these two whether you want or not, but anyhow you just need the exe file to run. Then after you run it already, you is this one exe file. After you run, you will generate this CSV file, but it's a log file. You can open using Notepad. It's just a log file. You can read it. But normally I will just don't care. I delete it. I delete it already, so that's why every time the one that says detection count will not increase because I keep on deleting the log. I should not put here because the log file outside very annoying. Will force to delete it. So these two files. This is the thing. I continue to add some time here. 6 minutes, 7 minutes. But anyhow, okay, we start now. We start now. Do we have a? Did I start the recording already? Already. No problem. Okay. Then okay. So okay. I think I make the recording short. So this recording I don't need to delete this recording but meaningless. How to know your neighbor connect to your Wi-Fi? Maybe my neighbor also connect. Show you already this one. You know what is the device? If it's not your device, it's other device. Okay. Then I with a video in the. I already put there. I think last week already at the file. Okay. So now we continue with this thing. We continue using this static IP address. Actually, it's DHCP and DNS. But we also have a static IP address because if you are a server, definitely you need a static IP address. Or if you are dynamic, that means every time IP address also different. Every time log in, log out also different. Then people cannot connect to you. You imagine Google have a dynamic IP address, then a lot of people cannot log into Google already. They must have a static IP address. Then actually they want to show you why another device need a static IP address. Because in here actually it's the inject. They have a static IP address. Why? Because it's the printer. Inject is the printer that everyone use the same printer. So normally, if we need to give them a static IP address, or else we cannot find the printer, we cannot print, we cannot share the printer already. Cannot let every time also give them a random one. But anyhow, you also can set at the DSCP there. You can also set the DSCP there. Later I will tell you, but I won't show you, but I tell you. But now we just follow here. They don't want you to do the thing and configure the DNS. That's actually just now the last practical. I already configured the DNS because I want to create a new domain that they're not yet set. Then okay, so they are using the same layout, but I think the setting is slightly different because original one, the DNS for the central server.pka already set, and this is not then you need to set it yourself. The setting a little bit different. I think the NAT is still there, network address translation is still there, so you will have a internal address and also external address, which is out of the scope, so they did not touch it at all. You will learn in another subject if you're interested, or I think RST is supposed to learn it. The other I'm not sure, RIT, REI. Okay, so nothing special. We start it. So a static IPv4 normally is inject the printer. So I need to config. So it's a static IPv4. Okay, IPv4. So default gateway you set as 192.168.0.1. Then the DNS server they set the internet one, the 1.64.100.8.8. Why they set this default gateway? I think it's the router port. This port this port IP address which whether I can go in and this don't have CLI one. Okay, this is the real modem. Okay, so we just follow because this is default gateway. This means the walk to internet. But the inject need to walk to internet. I don't think so but anyhow they want to set. Then after that we go for the IP address. We give them an IP address of this one 192.168.0.2 static one because you are a printer that share. Coincidentally, the mask is correct. Pitfall always of a lot of you, the automatic set one you ignore already. You need to take a look whether it's the same. But this one coincidentally is the same. So done already. I have 20 marks already. I inject printer set already. Then we have the WRS. WRS actually is a Wi-Fi modem. It's exactly the same as your house modem. If you have the password, you log in, you see this interface. So you go and you actually can ask the password. But don't set now. If you set it wrongly, you will DC now. Actually, because the modem allow you to go to internet, you set it wrongly, or you change the IP address. So I want to change they want to go to GUI tab. Yeah, it's graphic user interface tab. Then after that, basic network setup. Basic network setup here. Then the IP address I want to set to 168.0.1. .1. Then the mask is can choose one. This one. DHCP server enable. Then your this is DNS server you set as same 64 108 and anything you set 8 and remember you can decide the starting address. I want to start from 100. That means from the one that if I save first, I need to save first. I save first because you see that this is top one, right? Mismatch with this one, but due to the reason I know it's saved, but after I save already, you see that they will change following the thing already, following this IP address and subnet mask already, and this is the IP address of the router. Then network address is actually 192.168.0.0 plus C because they want plus C. Then I want to start from 100 and I have 50 users. That means if your house only need 20 users, only 20 devices, you can limit there so that the extra one not enough. If your computer, your house always have 8 devices connected
and you don't need the 9 device, you can set as 8 maximum number of users. Then the other person, even they get the password, they cannot connect until someone DC. And actually, they have a lot more lah. They have a lot more like DNS, MAC address, clone, advanced routing, quite a lot. Access restriction. You can say certain software cannot go, certain MAC address cannot go in. You can set there quite a lot, which is not here. I should not include this one because video already 30 minutes. Okay. So we set up following everything already. We get 60 or 100 already. Later after I get 100 marks, I will play around something with you. So 100, that means start with 100. That means the IP address will be start with 100, 100.01, 100.02. They cannot have 192.168.0.9. That is not possible because you already defined here. And also maximum number of user is 50. So you see the range will be from here to here. They have a range here 100 to 149. 50 user. 50 user. Then you can play around. If you want to start with .net also can. And this is the router IP address. It's an IP address. This is not a host address. And some name must better put that. I just now do something wrong. Put that. And save. Okay. Luckily you did not save the change. No problem. This one for the router. Then you set up already. Just close it up. Then the other actually you see that your tablet is without any IP one. Normally if you access DHCP, they will go to the 224 or 225 those things because no DHCP is set up. So when you have DHCP set already, then they automatically know how to set up. They know the default gateway because default gateway is the router the router gives you one. It's the router setting. DHCP. Then the DNS server is just now set already about 64.100.8.8. And subnet mask they will follow the thing after 255.255.255.0. And after that, the IP address is something that the random generate from you. Random generate from you, just DHCP. Okay. Then you will get the answer. The answer 101 for the tablet. They ask you to do PC first, but I do laptop first the same. In practical, I don't know whether it affects the marks. Because the practical choices sometimes down a bit. Get it? Okay, it's 103. It's not 102. Notice that? They did not follow the sequence randomized for you. But I think they tend to be from small to big. But start with 100. Okay. Okay, but the mask, default gateway and DNS server is all the same. This is the DHCP. So now you already have DHCP, you get IP already, you can connect to internet already. You can connect the internet already. So you try to access whether you can access the website. So they want you to open tablet. Okay, tablet. Okay, but they are the same web browser. Just you type the 10.10.10.2 So you get into the website. Then after that, you can type the what is the password 64.100.200.1. It's a private server. You can get it up. But now they want you to test whether this one because if you did not set in DNS, you cannot reach there. Type in. Fine. I just test one enough. Go there. Actually, you can speed up the thing. Don't want to maximize it. Okay. Yeah, still running. I speed up the thing. Okay, tablet. There's a tablet. Hostname unresolved. So you know DNS server not yet tried. So both of them cannot enter. So I need to go to the DNS server. But they just put a disclaimer there. DNS server are registered with company. You cannot change it. But for the purpose of this activity, we allow you to change it. So you go and change the server, which I just now done already. Yeah, same thing. So now you need to add service. DNS is actually on by default, but they don't have these two. So you just to add in there. So name will be centralpt.pka. Okay. email address is 10.10.10.2. Okay, just add inside. Okay, then after that we have a branch server pt.pka. Okay, then after that 64 must be the public one. Cannot use the private address there. Okay, add inside. Then I have 100% already. So now I can connect to it already. I can connect to it already. Go back outside. Then go to I use desktop also no problem now. I use laptop, the web browser. So I paste this. So but now I can go in. I think central server also can go in, right? Is it just the difference here? Central server also can go in because I set up the DNS already. Yeah. So now actually what I want to play around is this modem. I already got 100% marks. I already get the 100% mark done already. So let's play around with this WRS. Let's go for the let's say that my IP address I want to set to you can set to a lot of things, right? I only have two devices. I only have two devices, so I can make it only have two available IP. Actually, let's DHCP enable. Then after that, we go for the dot. I want the dot 3 and dot 1. It's not an issue, but I want the thing to be 248. If it's 248, they actually only have 6 usable address only. 6 usable on there. Let's set the setting. So you notice that 6 usable means you only have maximum of 5 users. Why? Because remember your router take up 1 already. So you only have one. So now your thing. But anyhow, I can choose. Can I choose a start IP address? Cannot, because your network address, if you use ending, you know your network address is actually .3.0 .3.0. You do the ending, you know the network address. They know that they automatically calculate. So you have to 1 to 5. Because of the GUI there, they automatically calculate everything for you already. They just complete already one. You see, 248 here. I close here. So now I go for my DSCP. I refresh my DSCP. Then you get your IP address. So 3.2, you see, follow already. Then the subnet mask is the same. Then the this one. Okay. Okay. DSCP. I will change the DSCP again. We will try another thing. Like this one is .4.1, right? .4.1. I make a safe setting. So okay. So I have a laptop with .3.3. Can they go to internet? I tell you no. But anyhow, we can try. Because the thing all going in, your default gateway is wrong already. Automatically wrong already. So we go there. 10.10.10.2. So request timeout. Why? Because your default gateway is wrong already. The default gateway now is 192.168.4.1. So you better go back to the DHCP, get the right one. Then now you can go into the web browser to go to the 10.10.10.2. Okay. So I hope you get it. I stopped the recording. Okay, anyone missing? Lost already? And you can try your modem from today, but not this class. I don't want you busy. Normally, if you set wrongly, remember, I think the router have a hole that the pin can put in a very small hole. If you accidentally set until you cannot go to internet, you can reset everything by, I think, have a hairpin and push into this very small hole. You can reset it. I'm afraid you set something wrong, then you cannot go to internet, then you cannot go for the class, you cannot go for the final online. Those things that become my fault already. Make sure you know what I'm doing. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So then we will go into practical 14. Although I think the practical 14 look very repeat already. I thought. I think repeat already. Anyone have idea? I think I show you all already, right? This one during the revision of the thing. No one sure. No one sure. I need to redo again. No one sure. No one sure. I will redo again. Very simple because this one 6435. I think in the FCN also have a practical. This one, 6435. I can use this PKD file for doing this thing. Okay, I already set for me. I just here. Okay. Then we give a 5-minute rest. We give a 5-minute rest. Then we start practical 14. Practical 14. End of home. Right. Okay. See you there. Any question? No question. Then we see you at 10:05 already.
No.
Okay. Okay, let us continue practical 14. I did not, maybe too many group I missed already, but we look at this one. I think I close this one. This one actually is a very, very basic one. Basic that we better using real equipment to do so, which cannot be done. Okay, I just want to ask, next time face-to-face class, are you off? Right?
Optional, sir.
How to optional?
Hybrid. That means can choose to go back or to online. But they haven't issued the announcement yet.
So
Official.
which class option? I have all the same notice. I want to read one this week or next week. What class is face to face? What class is online? Every class also online or lecture is online? Practical is face to face. Those things. I want the detail, because if you look at the announcement, I also have. I'm inside the intranet also, right? I'm confused. It's just I need. Did they tell you anything more specific, right?
Program leader just said that we can choose to go back, and he said that the subject need to check whether have this option where we can go back or online, this hybrid mode.
Oh,
But
nothing
they
from
have
yet,
yet to issue the details.
Okay. So because this one you look at when actually during the FCN with last time face to face we having the real equipment one it's very different one yeah, just like the thing that I teach you all how to reset the password, right? For router reset password, why we need the reset password actually out of scope also. Then and also the switch reset password cannot be done using packet tracer. Must the real equipment their button move button you to press for a few seconds, they automatically go into another one. Then you do the same just the one that go to the remote is step is different for the switch. Then all of that is very different. Why? Because your senior after program set out all the thing already, leave the password to you to guess. So you need to know that skill. So when you are having face to face, the second thing is all the cable. Very, very messy one. The cable you will think too messy. Although it's when compared electronic engineering is a piece of cake because only our project at most 20 cable. Because if you're using the electronic engineering breadboard, with cable, I would say the breadboard with cable, this one, breadboard with cable, it's just a piece of cake. If you compare with this one, how many cable are there? I also don't know. Where is the picture? I want the message. This type of thing can connection is compared with this one. The networking one is considered simple, but when we go for training, if not even student and the lecturer client, too many cable, too complicated, those things. But you see that the real electronic engineering, if you study that, is like that. But compared with that one, your cable, networking cable is still okay. Networking cable is still okay. I think IoT, you also have this cable, right? IoT, Internet of Things, you all take already, right? Year one, okay, never mind. So the thing is cable. Then after that, you have other especially KL, the other still okay. KL the router and the switch maybe O1 we have the best switch so the best switch there and the router they act very differently they did not follow rules one Because if you are setting correct, they will tell you wrong. Setting wrong, they will tell you correct. Then certain ports suddenly cannot be on, even you put no sharp. Then the cable also have a problem. The cable is made by human. Then a human may make mistake when you do the cable, type A, type B, all the color on the cable all wrong. And also wear and torn because you keep on plug in, plug out, then the head may be wrong. May be damaged, then you will lose suddenly okay, suddenly not okay. All this is for me it's valuable experience, because for your information, I try to design a Cisco lab. I try to put those Cisco rack, Cisco rack. Try to put this type of mobile Cisco rack, this thing, mobile Cisco rack. Then after they get banned by KL already because they say they have experience. KL students keep on move around because they can move around until they spoil already. So they want me to put in a permanent one. So I need to redesign the lab. Become a computer lab assistant already. KL tell me this is done by a computer lab assistant or computer officer, not lecturer. But we don't have. Then I become that part-time without increment. So this one got a lot of things. If you try face to face, a lot of things you won't face it. You will face in the face to face, the real equipment one. But it's a good sign for you all. In terms of knowledge, it's that thing I will tell you. But in terms of difficulty, actually, the face to face, the real equipment one more frustrated. Damaged equipment because in the packet tracer, the switch definitely is correct one. They are not a spoiled switch, they are not a damaged switch. So if the switch has 24 port or 24 port function, only you do the setting wrong. But in the real equipment, you may face some switch that some of the port is totally, you put no shut, also shut. You put shut, also shut because they already damaged physically. Then the cable thing, the heat thing, the cable. What type of damage? Hey, first thing, if you do the damage, you need to pay But is it you do the damage? You take out the route router and switch, and after that throw on the floor. You need to pay a few thousand a piece, for Cisco. But what type of accident? You pour water on it. Drop. That's why we don't want you to move around too much. We'll try to make sure drop. But they are quite robust. Normal drop. Normal drop. Normally don't spoil one because they actually very high resistant to interference one actually, and they have a drop test there. So we started face this problem. Not easy to spoil one the switch and router, but the rack is easier. The rack, the steel. But normally it's move too many and spoil. Okay. If we damage, do we need to pay? I would say yes, but it's very unlikely and seldom happen. So if you be so lucky, then it's very weird for me okay. And they are actually experience that I think you should experience because they were more realistic. But they are not good experience anyhow because I have a student. I think I bring my student to KL for visit before we have a lab there. Now Pahang already have the equipment, but before that we don't have equipment. They never touch the physical one. We bring them to touch the physical one, and after they come out, they all demoral. They say worse than packet tracer. But before packet tracer, I already have. When I do packet tracer, I already hate networking. When I look at the real equipment, demoral already. I don't know but the thing is, real equipment and they are more noisy. Actually, the device or this switch and router are very noisy one. You cannot stop the noisy if you have 5 or 6 there, like that one. Very noisy one. So a lot of people feel not good. Then that's why if you become a big company one, no problem But big company, maybe we have technicians to sell all the real one they sell already. Then you maybe use the telnet or SSH to remote set it. So very easy. But if you go to the room there, very hot. Then after that, very noisy. Then after that, all the cabling there. Maybe inside got rats also, don't know. So okay, that one is the thing. So okay, since you don't have the face to face, and I cannot give you face to face, I have one time here, sorry. So and so cannot cross something. So this one, the face to face one, we do it using packet tracer also okay. So and actually, I think I show some of the group. I'm not sure whether it's your group or not. Since I'm not sure, I will use again. Actually, they want you to get the real equipment and plug like this. So for a packet tracer, this is too simple. You see, did not involve anything. 1, 2 PC, 1 switch, 1 router, extremely easy. But in the real equipment, you will see the problem. The real equipment, how the PC connect, how the cable you put, the damage of the cable, the switch, where to put switch, cable not enough long, cable not enough length. They all come out already. Then where is port F06? Where is port F05? Where is D01? Where is D00? They have label there, but still got student plugging wrong. Because they have so many holes there. You look at it like a beehive, and then a lot of people plugging wrong already. So then even if you already check yourself, you also will confuse one. This one is what port, this one is what port. And so I have a create one option, preference, show port label. Then we have a show port label. Then you see FA0, you only have FA0. Normally PC only have one port normally. But in the Cisco lab, the real lab, we will put two ports there. One for Cisco lab equipment and one for go to the real internet. So and the switch normally in Pahang one is not Pahang one. I think KL one also the 24 port one, 24 port one and 2 Ethernet. And Ethernet, I think I teach you before the Ethernet. All Ethernet fast is actually the slow one. Then gigabit is the fast one. And why? Because the fast Ethernet is actually to connect all the devices, and gigabit one is go to the router. They become a highway. Because so many small roads go into one highway, so gigabit definitely need to be faster, or else you will have tremendous traffic jam. They will notice that. Then after that, in the in the router, definitely gigabit, and normally we will add serial because we want the device between the router, but which did not reflect here, and PC FA0. And another thing in the face-to-face one is I think KL1 is the old version. They a lot of time they may have only having especially when you're doing practical, hands practical. A lot of time they ask us to set on gigabit Ethernet 01, right? We don't have gigabit 01. Then we are forced to use fast FA01. So if you're using the setting, you need to know that your FA01 actually is the Z01 at the instruction. So students get confused because we don't imagine you have some device set off, you don't have G01, the fast one, you only have F01 and F02, F03, and then after that the setting asks you to set the G01. You don't have the G01, you cannot find it, student plan already. Tell them set F01 and treat it as a G01. Then when they go for setting, they keep on follow the instruction for in this file, instruction in this file, and keep on set on the G01. After that cannot work and tell me cannot work. Why? I say, hey, this device don't have G01, I will set all the thing at G01, definitely cannot work. I need to set at F01. But say instruction says G01, but device don't have G01. Then you have all these arguments. So quite something that using the packet tracer, you won't feel it. You won't feel it. You still have a few subjects. Don't worry. I think after COVID, you will feel some of it. I hope you don't create a major issue when we go for face-to-face. Because normally FCN, we don't touch a lot of face-to-face one. The rate we don't touch much. We actually use packet tracer one. But at the end or in the middle, we will let you touch a bit so that you think, this is the field. But this cannot be done. And we go for the second and third subject, a lot of time we will have more face-to-face at the real equipment touching. But according to after post-COVID, the COVID start, we all use packet tracer also. And packet tracer also know the issue. So that's why they upgrade to the version 8. Because they say the version 8 is easier to simulate the real situation, the physical situation. But I still did not feel it, because maybe I did not explore it. This packet tracer 8, actually is I think middle of the semester they introduce one is something that are new. We not yet explore it. Maybe some function allowed there. I'm not sure. So anyhow, I already prepare for the thing. The other switch, I follow the thing. It's actually the same. Let's go for the exactly the same. That PT not 0 PCA. They say PCA. I follow PCA. FA0, I don't care whether FA0 or not, because your PC only have one port. So F06, F05, G01, G00, PCB. Okay. Done already, yeah? And you need to remember label and the right one. The port is the one that generated by the system, so it's totally correct one. And this one is just a label. The switch one also label. I can label anything I want to put it S1 also. You can change it. And this one that generated by the system, you cannot change FA01, FA06. Okay. So I have all the thing ready. What is the router? I think it's router one. Router one. Switch one. Router one. Set up the thing first before I start the recording. But I don't think much thing to talk about. Okay, now they just want you to set all this. They just want you to set all this. So I start the recording and I start to do the setting. I start to do the setting. Okay. What is the setting? PCA is static anyhow. Okay, 192. We did not learn PDA here 103. Automatic 255. No problem. Then the default gateway, we don't have DNS over here, so it's 192.168.1.1. PCA done already. Done. There's no mark here. This is PKD file. Go to PCB 192.168.03. Remember, they are on different subnet. And their default gateway also different. Their default gateway also different. 192.168.0.1. Okay, set already. Then now I go into the switch. Nothing to set. You don't even need to set the VLAN. Okay, nothing. Okay, R1. R1 go to CLI. Okay, EN configure terminal. If you want to put host R1, you put I just for fun. This one without marks on. So interface 300.192. Sorry, not 192. IP address 192.168.0.1. Okay, 255.255.255.0. It's very, very simple. Remember no shut. Remember no shut. Oh, I think the switch one, maybe I also need to put no shut. Never mind, later. Okay, interface 301. IP address 192.168.1.1. 255.255.255.0. Okay, no shut. Okay, I remember to save anyhow. PC1 don't need to save. Router, you see, it's run, still red. Why? I think the F06 is not turned in. You can go there and see. Show IP interface free. I think FA0 is not on. FA0 is down. So I just put configure terminal first. Configure terminal interface F06. Put a no shut there. Okay, just end. Paper. Done. Okay, I have all the things done already. Everything connect already. Anything. Set up the topology and initiate the device. Done. Okay. Initiate, restart the router and switch. Not a problem. Okay. Assign static to the PC. Done. Configure router. Done. Verify network connectivity for ping. Later. I see whether PCA can ping PCB. Let's get the IP of PCB. 03. Okay. I go to. I just ping it. 192.168.0.3. I think the first one will be tied out. Should be. Then after that, second, third should be okay. Okay. Yeah, the first one will be tied out. I do it again. Will be all four received. So okay, I can ping already. Remove already from virus to virus also can already. I know issue. Okay. Then display information. Retrieve hardware and software information from the network device. And this is objective. Oh, never mind. I done it already. So we go for the step. Go for the step. You see that we have a router, they have model. That's just like version. Different version of switch, different version of router. Then the router is 1941. Then switch is 2964. And you can choose here. 2964 is here. 1941 is here. Okay. I think you all see this. Then you use console cable to configure. Yeah, real equipment you can only use console cable to configure. Especially startup, before we set up the live VTY, there's no way you can configure without console cable. But this is packet tracer, we can put in CLI. The real one, I think I tell you many times already, you need a console cable, or else they have no monitor, no keyboard. How can you configure it? I think you all should know. Okay, this is for real one. Okay, then after that, cable, initial reboot, configure device. Okay, I already do it. IP address done. Then we will configure the router using A. Configure IP address AB done. PCB ping for PCA I done also already. Where the ping, why were the ping not successfully? Oh yeah, because the FA06 is not turned on. I turned on already. This one I do it beforehand. When I notice that the connection is there. So when you turn on the FA06 no shut, then the ping will be successful. Then we configure the router. Let's go for router. So we are in what is the setting? So enter the configuration mode. Configure terminal. Okay. I device name R1, I done already. Then disable no IP domain, no R. Remember no IP domain lookup. And class as previous exact encryption password. So it's enable encrypted. That means secret. Encrypted is secret and not password. So it's class. And this one don't need login one. Then the console password is line control 0 password Cisco. Remember to put login or else then we have a line DTY 0 to 15. Okay. Password Cisco. Login. Okay. Then encrypt the clear text password. Okay. Configure terminal. Service password encryption. Okay. Want anyone? I click a banner MOTB anything. Banner MOTB. I put warning. You can put whatever you want. So configure and activate both interface on the router. No shut. I already done it. So configure interface description. I forget already. So interface G00. So description of what? To PCB. Okay, LAN to 00 is to PCB. Yep. LAN to PCB. You can any name you want. I think PCB brings from printer circuit board. No, it's a personal computer B. So done already. I think P301 description LAN to PCA. You do it. Okay, done. Okay. So save the running config. Yeah, save. Okay. The copy run start or WR. Save already. Okay. Then set the clock. Okay. Set the clock. Ping is successful. This one. Okay. Set the clock. I already ping in. Because I only add description, this type of password thing. So set the clock on the router. So let's go for clock. That. What's the hour? You set any clock also can. What's the time now? 10 to 9 second. I don't know the second, but anyhow I put 3 . Then another thing. Today is 16 April 2021. I'm ready to do the setting. Okay, no. Okay. Then we have all the show command. Show version. They have show version. Let's go for show version. Show version. Then they have all the thing already. What's the name of iOS image? Normally, I also show you the name of iOS image is this one. C199 Universal K9M. And actually, even if you are showing fresh, you also will see the file. Normally, they will store a copy inside there is a installer there pin. Okay. Then how much RAM and VRAM dynamic random access memory RAM. You will see that. Okay, should be this one. Memory, the big one. So after that, RAM 60, RAM conversion is 60 parity disabled. 255 MB RAM, 255K. Yeah, this one is the memory, VRAM memory. Because this 64-bit, I don't think the memory will be 64 bits so small. So anyhow, they have a license. You can install software further. Security, IP-based have, data have. Disable. You can enable it. Not in this chapter anyhow. So how much VRAM? I think we have already. 255K. See the thing. 255K. VRAM. How much flash memory? Flash memory is very big. 249,856K. So every device different. If you use the real equipment, you will notice every device different because maybe we have different version. We buy at different time. So, what is that? What is the model number of the switch? Oh, okay. Now it's the switch one. This is router. Let's go for the switch. Show version. They are asking the same question, but the interface a little bit different. Oh, they are asking the same question. What's the name of iOS image? Actually, you can see from the flash also, but this one, C2960 LAN-based M. Okay. Then how much dynamic random access memory? Let's go for it. Random access memory. This one, 21039. Yeah. This one, 239K kilo. So what is the NVRAM? Let's go for NVRAM. NVRAM is even bigger than the memory. 63488. Okay. What's the model number? 22960. It's there already. 2960. Okay, 2960. Okay, so display the routing table on the router. Tapi dia punya routing table kosong punya lah. Okay, one display we display lah. So IP route. Okay. So you have only two network lah. Yeah, two network. So it's 2C there lah. 1C, 2C, 2DC, and local is all the IP there. They only want the one connected device. That's why we have only one L. Because we did not set IP for the switch. So okay. Then what code is used in the routing table to indicate directly connected network? C lah. Yeah, you can see that also. They are directly connected. You see that C. Okay, connected. Then how many C? C2 law. What interface type are associated with the C code route? Interface type. What is the interface type I associate with C code? Normally it's the G01. G01. The gigabit. Normally for router. So display the information on the router. Show interface G01. Okay, we follow. Show interface G01. They want the specific one. And this one is the one. I think this one is the one with description. Yeah, you see the description is here. Show here. So what is the operating status? Operating system protocol up. Interface up. Both of them is up. So what is the MAC address? Address is here. Both the same one. Okay. So how is the internet address displayed in this command? This one, 192.168.1.1/24. They skip the subnet mask out. They use the CI. But anyhow, the same. This can be changed to CI. The MAC address easily. So display, so IP interface. Nothing to to ask also IP interface with. I think I show many times already. This is the thing. They only have 2 gigabit. Okay. Hey, they have a serial, man? Sure, no serial there. But every device different. Every device different. We just show there. Then you go to switch. Then they have the one which I also showed before. Show IP interface with switch one. So many ports. 24 fast Ethernet F. Okay. After that 2 gigabit and 1 VLAN. VLAN not really one. VLAN is a virtual one. Actually, you can create a lot of one. I can create one. Configure terminal. VLAN 3. I want to put it up. IP address 192.168.4.255.255.255.0. I can create one. What is the problem? I think invalid input. There's no IP there. VLAN 3. S-Pen. I've created the VLAN 3 already. See the more. Okay, wow. Show IP interface with. Not on configure terminal interface VLAN 3.2 IP address 92.168.0.0 5.255.255.0 back mask for okay. They calculate it already. This is S1. S1 is in PCA. PCA, what is the IP address? They know you are in the same land, they don't allow you. Dot 1. Okay. So this is 1.6. Okay. And no shut. You can add you can add VLAN there. Show IP interface with. Then you see you have a VLAN 2 there. VLAN unlimited, you can put a lot. Not really unlimited, but very big number. So same. Okay, nothing. So if G01 shows administrator down, so what command you will use to turn the interface up? No shutdown. Very simple. So what will happen if you have incorrectly configured interface G01 on the router with an IP address of 192.168.1.2 original? They want you to put that. Go back. You go back there. You go back there. They want to be what is the thing? They answer there. Okay. What would happen if you have incorrectly configured G01 on the router with 1.2? G01, they want you to put 1.1. Then if you put at 1.2, then the PCA cannot ping PCB because your PCA you set the wrong default gateway already. The 1.2 will make the default gateway become 192.168.1.2. So this one must be 1.2, or else you either change anywhere because the default gateway is the port that you walk out is this G011. If you put any IP address here, then the default gateway will be that IP address. If I accidentally set the router as port 1.2, this port as port 1.2, then either I change back to port 1.1, or actually at PCA I can change my default gateway to port 1.2. They still work. So I don't see a much issue. Depend. You just follow your addressing scheme. You just follow your addressing scheme. Okay. Then we have a router summary. Then you see all the device have anything, how many device. Then this is all the command, how to set the thing. Some of the command, ping, basic command are host, no IP domain lookup, enable secret class. You see that they give answer here. Okay. And the line between only 0 and 4 only, depends on the model. Service password encryption, banner MOTD, then description, okay, connection to PCB. Okay, I say LAN to PCB, doesn't matter. As long as it don't confuse you. Then address, no shut. Anything special, copy run start. I use WR, shortly. How to set the clock. Then ping. How to reset the router. which I teach you all in the 0.0.0 and how to bypass the thing. Then the switch one, you need to delete two. One is VLAN.dat and the other one also the erase style config. And you need to reload the thing. That one is without password one. The with password one is out of scope. But the without password one, I also show you already. I show you in actually very early stage. I remember that the BIT. Then practical 2, I think practical 2, I show you practical. This one, initializing and reloading a router modem. You remember that, practical 2, 0001. Is this one, which you have a video, you can refer to it if you are interesting. Still interesting, you know, head networking subject. Noel? Any problem? Noel, what is the problem?
No.
Password Cisco?
On the password.
Yeah. The password Cisco is, if they say encrypted is enable secret. If they did not say encrypted is enable password. Outside only lah. Then inside one only allow password. Then you need to put a login there, the line console 0 and also the line BTY. Then to encrypt it in the line console and line BTY, you need the service password encryption. So I also finished the practical 14. Actually, practical 14, I think they reserved for MacBook test. But I'm afraid that we cannot mark finish to know who has MacBook test. So please also reserve some time for the MacBook test. But anyhow, like if you know you score very well, you have no problem. If you score very bad, then you know, prepare for it a bit. Give me some time, okay? Still activity tomorrow. Okay. So yes. Can still make good. Yes, we prepare a lot of make good. But the score back is, I think it's overall fail. Overall less than 50 in the coursework mark. Because the make good is, I think make good you know maximum 50 only for the coursework. So if you are more than that, we don't give you make good anyhow. Okay, so I hope everyone is assignment, the midterm and your year, then you are confident you can get 50 and above. Then nothing to do with you already. So I try next week have another 1 hour, 1 waste of time. So what did I lost? What did I miss? Because I see I missed something of practical tutorial 9 and tutorial 10. Tutorial 9 and tutorial 10, I think is the problem. REI already, I think REI already finished REI only left the REI did not have practical 13. Something wrong already. I can still do Kahoot. I think the I think REI is no matter this REI one. I today later. Let's look at your one. EIT. So practical 12 also end, 13, 14 also end already. 13 also end already. So we have 6, 7, 8. Okay, 9 and 10. Tutorial 10 doesn't matter, but the tutorial 9 we need to speed up anyhow. The tutorial 9 submission is after the deadline. I don't think after the deadline already. After deadline already. Okay, so we can discuss about tutorial 9. Because the 1 hour very easy to. If you come in late, then I have some talking, then we have problem. So maybe I need to go to T9 discussion. Let's go for T9 discussion. I'm afraid that the last week will be reserved for make good test. So let's go for T9 discussion. 15 minutes, I don't know enough or not. T9 discussion. Okay. 2 primary responsibility of transport layer. I think a lot of students make it wrong. I think a lot of students make it wrong. Because you get from the slide is actually tracking individual conversation, identify the application, and this is T9. T9 is layer 4, right? Layer 4, if you go back to the slide, please go back to the slide. I think we need to go back to the slide. The answer actually is a theory that we need to go back to the slide one. We need to go back to the slide. So you go back to the slide. I will post the slide already. Go back to the slide, chapter 9. Go back to the slide, chapter 9. So what is the question they are asking already? Primary responsibility of the transport layer, not this one. I know the responsible for this one because you cannot get 2 points. The responsibility is this one, tracking the width. Okay. You're following the slide, but very different from okay. I think it's wording. I didn't read. I mean, how you will write it? So tracking individual the conversation. No wonder I feel something wrong. The word using here is too layman already. Purposely one. And sometimes look like English. Track each individual conversation flowing between the source and destination application. Okay. For understanding is easier, but not a networking term. The one that I feel something weird. Okay. Since you are following this slide, okay lah. Segmentation, divide the data into segments that are easier to manage and transport, and also allow sharing of data. Okay. Then identify the application to ensure that even multiple applications running on the device or all applications receive the correct data via the port number. Remember the networking port, the software port. Chapter 9 end already, right? Chapter 9 should be end already, right? Can you like? Right? Can you like? Hello. Did I miss you earlier? Ryan? Farrell, Wilson? Well?
Yeah, sir.
I'm not deceived, but no one respond to me one. Chapter 9 done already or not?
Yeah.
I think done already.
Already, there should be no problem. So this is from the slide. So we just follow. Can rewrite within some keywords also. I don't see much issue. But understanding wise, later on, more towards actually, if you send through the line, different port means that go to different protocol and different protocol go to different software. So the same line, we send the same IP address. The one IP address can actually have a lot of data transmit via different port. That means I have a same thing together. Just like I can download the file while browsing the website. So that means I can allow HTTP and also FTP together. So this is quite important. So the one that allow us to further sharing the line. Because also help us to differentiate. If you send to this IP, what you try to do with this IP, access the website, download the file, or live conference system, encrypted, FTP, SSH, or all together. Then allow that further segregation of what is the function. So you go one IP address, you can have a lot of function. If you without the port, actually, if you go to one IP address, you can only do one at the same time, at one time. But with the port, actually, I can talk with you, live streaming. Then after that, I can browse the website. Then actually, I can listen to podcast. I can even downloading file while listening, talking with you. So that the port actually, one of the things also is allowed that. It's another form of segmentation. Because if you look at the theory segmentation, this is the data segmentation. We have another segmentation like the frequency segmentation, frequency division, multiplexing, those things. Remember that? Frequency divided by frequency, divided by time, divided by amplitude. The amplitude is the AM. Then divided by frequency is FM. Then dividing by time, those things. It's actually inside this subject, but I don't know which chapter already. The multiplexing subject. I think which chapter should be multiplexing. Maybe it's the network protocol. But midterm come out one, the multiplexing. I remember multiplexing midterm, they come out with with the answer. So take a look on that. Reference model, sequencing, encapsulation, data access. Well, this is overall already. Chapter 3 OSI model. I think we have this thing at the frequency division, multiplexing, signaling. Is it data link? I'm not quite sure already. So this is a problem on open board. You cannot find also got problem. Waste a lot of time on that. Exam not enough time already. The slide is slightly different from. Never mind. This is not the main thing. This is something that extra. Okay, you just remember multiplexing. The segment already I allowed the other person to queue along with me. I don't send a very big chunk of data and anyone need to wait for me. So we go continue. Compare well-known port and register port. The well-known port is these two. So you reserve for services and application. And well-known port is something that you look at the port number, you know what is that. Just like 443 is HTTPS and 80 is HTTP. Look at the register port is something that if you pay them, pay some, I think IETF, then you can register this port is for your device only. So a lot of time they have a name there, like Microsoft reserve, maybe port 49161, something like that, 49151 for certain software, ERP software, those things. You can do that. This is the thing. And actually very theory is the slide. Then we go for the further question. We go for the further question is this one. We go for the further question is A. What's A? It's a port number. Port number. And B is address. Actually, I want to say IP address, but not really. This one is better record the thing. I still have time. So the thing, you look at this one. A is the port number, very obvious. B is address. I want to say IP address, but you see you have a Cisco there. Cisco.com is not IP address. Cisco.com is the address. So I put address. Then after that, the C actually is port. I actually want to say port number, but they are not number, they are port. They label the protocol. Some students tell me it's protocol. No, they are port number. Either they are port, they are port. Then the status is the one that whether the connection has been established or not. And definitely all of them is TCP because UDP don't have establishment. And the command is next state. Okay, so you need to know that this is what port, source port, and this is destination port, and B is the address, and D is the status, whether they're established or not. Then actually we can go for the real one. We go for the real one. Why I call the C also is a port? Actually means that if I do a next state, okay, they wait a while. They need to wait a while. They come up with all the next state. So you see that this is destination IP address, source IP address here. Then this is source port. This is protocol, and this is destination IP address or address if they are not IP. Then after that, this is destination port. But because they are well-known port, they automatically change to the name of the port HTTPS. And this is a status establishment. Okay, I don't want to show you everything. Then this HTTPS is a port number. Actually, I can show them in port number format. I just took minus n there. And actually, you see that you compare these two. HTTPS is 443. So this is actually port. This is also port. This is IP address, address, port. Whether they are port number or IP address with a number depends because you see that this is not IP address, but this is a name already. So, and the original in preset, the one that has well-known port, they automatically change to this one. Well-known port. If they are not well-known port, they remain as a number. Remember that. And that's why I force them to change the number. They give the number to me. And just like this one. Okay. So this is very, very, very simple. This is very, very simple. I see whether anyone get it correctly. Label A is port number. Yep. But it's a source port number. Label B, not application, it's an address. Okay. Label C is not acronym, it's a destination port. The destination port, okay. Then label D, the status of the connection. Status of the connection. Protocol is at the protocol there. So I know who you don't get it, Chahan, never mind. Let's see anyone get it. So port, address, okay. Destination port, connection status. Okay, Cassandra get it. Where do you get it, Cassandra? Where do you get it, Cassandra?
Yes, sir.
Where do you get it? Yes, sir. You get from where? Slide? So we are T9, Q4. We stop at Q9, T9, Q4. So next week maybe a little bit rush. Maybe a little bit rush. But actually not rush one, enough one actually, but the 1 hour one or in between got class at lunchtime. Everyone delay may have not enough time. Cassandra, where do you get it? No, you answer me.
Online, sir.
Okay,
Online.
anyhow, I like the answer anyhow. So see you next class for the tutorial. I think I finished all the practical already. I think I finished all the practical already. So we have a tutorial 9 and tutorial 10. So to discuss during the next tutorial class. And last practical may be reserved for MacBook test. If no one take the MacBook test, we can discuss tutorial 10 also. Okay. So quite important for final anyhow. Okay. Thank you. I end the class now. Any question? Before I end the class?
No.